Hello there, fellow NPCs, I'm Scythe, and today we're getting back into the house in Fata Morgana, and we are getting very close to the end here. We are currently at 1 day left, and the last we saw these guys were when we had been talking to the girls during girls' night, and we had not followed Maria home to the slums. Because if we do that, we're going to run into the swordsman and he's going to kill us dead. So we did not do that. Now, it is 1 day left, and we have been dragged down to the cellar. And this is also a place where we met Mel and also Bestia, but did we meet... No, we did not meet Bestia, we met Maria down here, I believe. She saw some scribblings on something. And she was surprised why it was in Italian. So yeah, her and Mel have been down here. So who are we going to see this time? I guess we just have to find out. No, don't we? Let's go. Huh? My head feels like someone drove a spike through it. What's going on? Am I in the cellar? Ah! Oh, someone tied him up, huh? What? My hands are tied up behind my back. What am I doing down here? Oh, so much grunting. Wait. Giselle? Giselle? Say something, Giselle. Unable to make any sort of sense out of my circumstances. It's not long after I regain consciousness that panic begins to sink in. And the most unsettling thing of all, the most frightening detail, is the fact that I can't hear her voice. Awake, are we? Are you the one who brought me here? What? You don't remember this morning? Morning? Right, I woke up because I heard someone enter the room. That was loud, and then he hit me over the head. You're not dead, at least. That's good. What do you hope to accomplish by tying me up and bringing me down here? Remember what I said last night at supper about me putting on a little sideshow for you? What? I was reenacting the Last Supper with you as the guest of honor. Really? That's like, what is it, 10 people too short? Oh, now I see. When you were asking if I had any family or friends, you were trying to find out if anyone would notice if I disappeared, if anyone would make any noise. You're sharper than you look. If only you'd caught on yesterday. Please, Giselle, say something. Giselle! Why won't you answer me? Why can't I hear your voice? Why can't I feel you there? You're a quiet one. I thought you'd be a little louder. What made you decide to get rid of me? Did the nun say something? She has nothing to do with this. I have permission from the Lord to act at my own discretion. Should I come across anyone acting suspicious? This doesn't seem in the least bit wrong to you? I wouldn't say that. You're an acquaintance's friend who made a long trip to come see him, and I have you tied up in the cellar. That's not what I would consider right, no. But seeing as you're good enough friends for him to let you stay here, I assume he also spilled everything. He never had what it took, that boy. If I were to guess, it got to be too much for him to handle, so he went to a friend. To you. Leave him out of this. I see. So how much did he tell you? If you come clean, I might even let you go. Get rid of him, have you take his place. I said leave him out of this! So you're determined not to talk, are you? What a loyal friend. Listen to me! Listen. Oh, I'm listening. Because you have a lot of talking to do. I don't have many chances to let loose. So I'll be taking as much time as I can get today. He says in an eerily flat tone of voice as he draws nearer, pausing between each step as if to taunt me. And when he reaches me, struggling to get off the ground, Ah! He slams his heel into my shoulder. Not being able to use your hands makes you appreciate how much easier it is to stand up when you can, doesn't it? Help! Someone! Please! Help! Ah! Don't waste your energy. No one ever comes back this far. And the door is so heavy, your screams would never make it out. But that's the last of your worries. The door to the cellar's been locked, and the only key is right here. There's no getting in. If you can run fast enough, you might have a chance of making it to the door and escaping. Wanna test your luck? I doubt you can make it. He puts the full weight of his body into his heel, pressing down on my spine, turning my breath into gasping sputters. I gather together all my strength, but even that isn't enough to overpower him. Now, you're going to tell me everything. What are you and the boys scheming? What's your endgame? Who else is in on it? Damn it. I don't have many options here. What can I even do in this situation? Tell me what I want to know, and maybe I'll let you live. I guess I have no choice but to tell him the truth. Alright, fine. I'll tell you everything. Just know that this isn't some attempt to beg for mercy. I came to this mansion in order to unlock the door to the observation tower and free Morgana. Mel was not the one who told me about her, though. I went to him and asked for his assistance. He didn't have to tell me, because I already knew. Both about her and what you're doing to her, stealing her blood and making medicine from it. Who told you then? Morgana did. Morgana's soul told me everything. I am not from this time. I lived in a time after her death. Ah! It takes me several moments to process what just happened. A fire runs up my arm from my little finger, only turning into pain when it finally reaches my brain. I twist my head back to see the man on top of me holding my right hand. My fingers snap backwards at the second joint. I'll ask you again. Who told you? Morgana, dead. She dies on the day of the Harvest Festival. Next up is your ring finger. And then your middle, if you insist on keeping this up. I'm telling you the truth. She bears so much hatred. She cast a curse on your souls. I've seen what happens in your next life. Ah! Now you're resorting to souls and next lives. I'm genuinely impressed. What lies are you going to cook up next, white-haired knave? If I don't set Morgana free, your souls will be enslaved for all eternity. Imprisoned in this cursed mansion. When the bell tolls noon, on the day of the Harvest Festival, you lose everything. All of you will. You cannot escape it unless you do something. And the nun, the reason you locked Morgana up in the first place, she won't be safe either. She'll be killed. Ah! I really don't doing the screaming because I really don't want to scream out loud. So I don't like doing those noises. 2 fingers left. Can you keep up the act that long? Everything I'm saying is the truth. I've seen it all with my own 2 eyes. Why are you so insistent on maintaining this farce? Is it to protect the boy, or do you have some other motive? Every last word is true. Continuing to lie isn't going to make this any easier. Your voice is shaking. The pain's starting to get to you, isn't it? What you're doing to Morgana, it achieves nothing. You must release her and atone for your sins. Otherwise your soul, and the soul of those you care about, will be doomed to suffering. Let's see what this is now. You don't have the information I want, so all you can do is spin these lies. You thick-skulled bastard! There are other options, though. Beg for mercy. Sob like a little child, sniveling your "please don't kill me" said, "I don't want to die, and it hurts so bad, please stops." Grovel on the ground, you tiny pathetic man, and if you can entertain me, maybe I'll consider it. I will never shed another tear, and I will never beg for your damn mercy. Nothing I've said to you has been a lie. Some cheap attempt to fool you into letting me go. Every word of it is true. I know the sins you burden your soul with. I know the fate that awaits you in your next life, and I will gladly tell you every detail. Snap. Ah! You're down to just your thumb. Now, go on, if you're so eager to tell me. Let's hear about my supposed next life, shall we? In your next life, you lose your memory in an accident, causing you to forget your own humanity. The innate savagery you normally keep hidden beneath a mask is released, unrestricted, and you turn into a creature no more than... No, you turn into a beast. My mask. You murder countless people, including the woman you once called your lover. Lover. Hers is a name you know very well. Pauline, your tether. My tether. How do you know that word? Because I know everything. I know what you wanted. I know what you were never able to obtain. You had idolized humanity, and you had yearned for peace. You're telling me I killed a nun in my next life? I am! This is the fate that lies waiting for you. Her love for you is so strong she refuses to believe you're dead. She leaves her seaside hometown in search of you, and she finds you. But you slaughter her. Did you say she lived in a city on the sea? In addition to her, you also lose someone else. A woman who tried to give you the peace you so desired, which eventually causes you to succumb entirely to instinct. Enough! Ah! Alright, fine. Now I know what you are. You're no mere seasoned liar. You're some kind of evil spirit that deceives humans. You're peering into my heart, tailoring your life specifically to manipulate me. I am not. I swear. I have seen everything that happens. Enough! But there's a chance you can change your fate. All you have to do is cease your involvement in Morgana's imprisonment, set her free, allay the hatred she bears for you. Are you deaf? I said I've heard enough. Release Morgana. Save your soul. Give her a better future. Silence! That was a crying face he had there at the very end. Ah! I'll think I'll take your arm off first. Cut right through your shoulder, nice and slowly. Don't! Ah! He'll still be attached for a while yet. Don't you worry. You hear that, spirit? That's the sound of your flesh ripping apart. The sound of your muscles being severed. Ah! Ah! Oh, not gonna be doing much talking anymore, are you? Not through the pain, you aren't. Ah! Plead for your life, spirits. Beg for mercy. Admit it was all a sham. Apologize. Let the room fill you with your cries of agony. Nothing was a sham. Every last word. It's all the truth. I'll rip your head right off your shoulders. I don't care who or what you are anymore. You are dead! Hello, Pauline. I am assuming it's Pauline. She will do no such thing. Yeah. Get back! She will not harm him any further. Pauline. Oh shit! Fuck off, really? This is a direct reenactment of how Bestia killed Pauline. Well, except for the script. The dialogue. You know? Interesting. Then Pauline, the Beast, and the white-haired girl. What? What are you doing here, Pauline? I told you to stay away. And the door was locked. I opened it. Ooh. So are you, well, what was your name? Javi. You. One of Nellie's hairpins was long enough to get into the lock and undo it. She won't be getting in much use of it anymore, though. Busted it up pretty badly in the process. The locks on the tower door are too complex, but the one here is a lot simpler. But you never expected me to go cat burglar on you, huh? You stupid boy! Oh, what was your question last night again? Something about being on the edge of a cliff or whatever? Well, here's your answer. I'll do everything I can to save both of them. This is terrible. How could you? Oh my. You're badly hurt. Sit tight. I'll call for a doctor. Don't worry about me. You need to talk to him. To get him to talk. We've got to do something about you, though. I'll get that wound patched up at least, until you can get it properly checked out. Thank you. Was it you who went to get Pauline? No, I ran into her while I was looking for you, which is when she told me she was looking for him. Neither of us were having any luck, so we scoured the mansion together. And when we searched the stairs to the cellar and heard the screaming, my worst fears were confirmed. So I picked the lock and here we are. Sorry we didn't make it sooner. This could have been avoided. God, look at what it did to you. There's so much blood. And your fingers. No. You made it just in time. My arm's still attached. And I am not dead. Neither of which would be true without you. So I guess that means I actually did something good for once. Did something for someone other than myself. That you did. So, everything Michelle said is true. The Lord isn't storing his valuables in the tower. He's got a girl locked up there. Well, is it true or not? It's still the Lord's property either way. The church is being funded with her miracle blood. So that makes her valuable, yes. So you're saying I've been handing out human blood and telling people it was medicine. Not human. Witch. No, Morgana is a human girl. She hasn't become a witch yet. At least not here. All this time, I've been lying to the people who believe in me, without even knowing what I was doing. Like you said, you didn't know. You haven't done anything wrong. Ignorance does not excuse sin. All the time I spent with you, and I didn't notice anything wrong. That was the idea. You weren't supposed to notice anything. It's not your fault I deceived you. That's okay, that's actually kind of nice to hear. Because a lot of shows, when someone is being deceived and stuff like that, the one being deceived always shout out, I should have seen it, the entire time. Like they are supposed to be better than the deceiver at subterfuge, essentially. Very interesting. First time the deceiver says, yeah, I was too smart for you. That was the whole idea. That was the point. It's unreasonable to think you should have been able to. All that, you did it to help me though, didn't you? Like a stupid little girl, I assumed it was all out of the good of your heart. Never once stopping to think any deeper than that, about where it was all coming from. Maria was right. I was blind. I was content to be pleased about the people I thought it was helping. I want you to do something for me. I want you to set this girl, set Morgana free. Please, do not make your sins any greater than they already are. But without the witch's blood, we lose the Lord's patronage and the church. What good is a church that isn't actually saving anyone? Actually, no. That's avoiding the point entirely. What do you mean? To tell you the truth, I never really cared about the church at all. You... what? How can you say that, when you've always been so unconditionally charitable, even if it meant giving away food or money you needed yourself? People call you the saintess because that's what you are. A saint. It's true, I do that. But the fact is, I'm no saint. I don't deserve to be held up as one, nor do I belong in that position. I'm just an ordinary girl. I never wanted to be a nun, you know. I just didn't have any other options available to me. And I sure didn't have the confidence to make it out on my own like Maria. So I did as I was told. And to keep myself from thinking it was a mistake, from feeling dissatisfied with that choice, I put everything I had into my responsibilities to the church. My unconditional charity was rooted entirely in selfishness. And the longer I kept it up, the harder it became to stop. I forgot what I really wanted. And what would that be? A normal, happy life, as an ordinary girl. In a city on the water. What? That's what you said your dream was. For your next life. Ah, right. Yeah, a quiet life with a man I love. You might get that wish, in fact. You. That's what you said, wasn't it? That in her next life she lives in a city by the sea. That is correct. In your next life, Pauline, you are not a nun. You're an ordinary girl who lives in a seaside city. A sweet, cheerful, energetic girl who wears her heart on her sleeve. You have both your mother and father. And I. So you believe me now? I don't know. Your claims are utterly ridiculous, but it's getting harder to think you're lying. If that's what you really wanted, Pauline, what should I have done instead? I envied what you had, that solace. The last thing I wanted was for you to lose it. But you're saying you found no peace in that life. That's right. So what should I have done? I wanted you to take me away from this place, somewhere far away. You told him to his face, though. I can't do that. A nun doesn't leave the priesthood behind just because she moves places. I wanted you to make it so I could be Pauline, not Marie. That would have been my ideal life. To live with you, to have a family with you. How? How was I supposed to know? You couldn't possibly have known. I realize that. And that makes me every bit as complicit as you. Set Morgana free. I will be expected to pay for my crimes. That itself is not a problem. I have every intention of facing the consequences. But we have done terrible, gruesome things. I don't know what the usual punishment for such is in this land. But if I had to guess, I would say execution. And me being an outsider makes it easier for people to place the blame on me. I won't be able to take you away. We'll find each other again in our next lives. Okay? Okay. As I'm sure you heard, my involvement in this conspiracy ends here. I'm glad to hear you decided to take action. Sorry about your fingers and arm. I'm still alive. That's what matters. The third key is in the Lord's possession. You said you needed it by the noon of the Harvest Festival, yes? Which means we need to act quickly. That's correct. We must set Morgana free before the bell tolls noon tomorrow. Then tonight. That's the next time the Lord will be here. Tonight I'll kill him and take his key. Wait, no, we're not shedding any blood to get this key. Do you remember what I said a few minutes ago about not committing any further sins? He's not likely to hand over the key without a fight, though. We need to convince him, not force his hand. Besides, simply opening the door is not enough. Why not? My goal here is to save Morgana's soul. In order to do that, I need to pacify at least some degree of the hatred she bears in it. A hatred rooted in her perception of you and the things you've done to her. I need to change that perception. I'm not quite following. What do you mean by change her perception? For you and the Lord to tell your stories, to describe what's happened from your perspectives. You want my perspective? I do. Something in your motivation or your circumstances might have served to lessen the animosity she holds for you. The greater the discrepancy in what she believes to be the truth and the full story, with everyone's perspectives included, the greater the chance you may have to change your heart. Okay, I now understand what you want from me. However, my perspective will do nothing to serve that end. There is no ambiguity, no justification for my actions. Regardless, I would still like to know the whole truth, if you're willing to tell me your part of it. Okay. I'll come by your room later today. Yeah, hey, is it alright if I'm there too? Sorry, I would rather if you weren't. Why? Everything you need to know. I've told you already. I captured a witch. No, I kidnapped a young girl for profit and imprisoned her in the tower. My motivation, as I said, was to keep your church funded. Those are the facts. The things I did along the way were brutal and inhumane. I hope you can understand. Why I wouldn't want the woman I love to hear any of that. I understand. I'll see you again later in the day. I'll be waiting. I should get going too. You're going to need the medication and something to get that arm dressed properly. And if there's anything else I can get you, let me know. If you want to see a doctor, I'll find you the best one I can. I'm so sorry for ever doubting you. No, I understand. I'm glad you came at all. Me too. Well, see you. I'm kind of surprised. He's actually got a soft spot, huh? And I was sure you were full of it when you said the two of them had that thing going on. What does she see in a guy like him anyway? She's got bad taste in guys, that's for sure. What? What's with that look? Just admiring your rather inappropriate remarks. Sorry, I was just so relieved it kind of came out. It's okay. You almost got a smile out of me. I've never seen you smile before. I blame being relieved too. Now, would you mind helping me get back to my room? Sure, no problem. My shoulder's all yours. You know, you really are something else, Michelle. I could hear you through the door as I was getting it open. And honestly, I'm amazed you were able to stand up to him like that. I don't want to get my hopes up so high just yet. But I'm starting to think you might actually be able to do something about the Lord. That's reassuring. Thank you. Sure. Anyway, let's get going. You should get as much rest as you can until he shows up. Well, I mean, you should be going to see a doctor with these wounds. Oh yeah, Nellie's been worried sick about you all day. I'll have to tell her not to pounce on you, because I'm sure she'll come running as soon as she hears we found you. So, 2 down, 1 to go. And that is without violence. Giselle, you were right. I do have people here who will support me. People who are grateful for me, and who shown concern for me. But you have to know, Giselle, that it's your voice I want to hear more than anyone else's. Why can I not hear you? Where are you, Giselle? Giselle. Yeah. It's almost sunset. Looks like the snow didn't stick. You couldn't actually see the snow last night, could you, Giselle? Was that when the light started fading from the sphere of darkness encasing you? Or had it been going on even longer than that? Why don't you say anything? Not a word. I don't believe you're gone for good. You're still out there, somewhere. I know it. And I will come for you. I swear it. Just a moment. Here I am, as promised. I heard you talking, so I thought there was someone with you. But you're alone. It's only me, yes. I see. As I told you earlier, her perspective on events will do nothing to change Morgana's mind. I would still like to hear what you have to say. Alright. Not being from this land, I don't believe in the local god, nor do I think priests and preachers any better than con artists. Where did that come from? What I'm trying to say is if I give a confessional, it won't be to another human. You're an angel. Come again? The angel from the stained glass window. That's you, isn't it? Wait, how on earth did you come to that conclusion? I was thinking about everything you said earlier, in the cellar. The fact you know about Morgana, the fact that you could see into my heart, and in particular, all your talk about saving people's souls. Salvation is not man's job. Which means you must be something else. I will tell you everything. Every foolish mistake, every terrible crime. And in exchange, I would like you to tell me what I am to do next, to lead me down the path I am to take. I terrify myself. With every passing day, my ability to tell what direction I'm supposed to be heading in dulls. So after I tell you my story, I want you to do that for me. Please, will you show me the way? I can no more decide the path you take than you. What? Did I read that wrongly, incorrectly? Backlog? Yep. I can no more decide the path you take than you. Okay. But you saw into my heart. Giselle, if you were here, you would encourage me to agree to his request, wouldn't you? Okay. I can't guarantee that anything I'll have to say will be of use, but I will do the best I can to lead you in the right direction. Thank you. Now, before I begin, there's one thing I need to clarify. I am not in love with Pauline. She does play an important role in my life, though. That much is true. She's your tether. Exactly. I suppose you could say, admire her. She's everything I am not, everything I cannot be. Is that something I should tell her, you think? That I don't love her, that I'm incapable of feeling love? Should I tell her that, knowing she genuinely loves me? My instincts tells me I shouldn't. I know very well I'm lying to her. But there are circumstances in which a lie is preferable to the truth, are there not? With that said, I'm ready to begin. You have my full attention. Yeah, and now we're going to be listening to this Tale of the Swordsman. Or not now, actually, but soon, in tomorrow's video. Yes, this will be the it for today. And the next episode is called this episode we're going into, I believe, is called The Killer and the Nun. So yeah. So exactly what is it that is tethering Pauline? What is tethering the swordsman to humanity, essentially? What is she doing to do that? We'll see, we'll see. Either way, thank you guys for watching, and an extra thank you to all the members of this channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.